What is UP, everyone? Have you ever dreamed of traveling the world but thought you couldn't afford it? Well, today we're going to completely blow that idea out of the water. We've spent weeks, maybe even months, researching, digging through data, and talking to travelers on the ground to find the absolute best places to go without breaking the bank. And what we found is honestly insane. We're talking about places where you can live like a king for just a few dollars a day. Seriously, this video could change your entire life and your travel plans forever. Today, we're counting down the 4 cheapest countries to visit in 2025. We're talking about mind-blowing landscapes, incredible food, and adventures you'll never forget. All for less than the price of a few pizzas back home. This isn't clickbait. These are real numbers and real experiences. To make sure we're all on the same page, all prices are in US dollars, and we'll use music from YouTube Studio. We want to see where our amazing community is from, so before we get started, let us know in the comments which country you're watching from. Get ready, because we're about to show you how you can have the adventure of a lifetime on a super tight budget. We've got everything from bustling cities to serene landscapes, and the prices are going to shock you. We're not just talking cheap, we're talking about a whole new level of affordable travel that opens up the world to literally everyone. So grab a notebook, start planning, and let's dive into the ultimate budget travel paradise. This is going to be epic. Alright, kicking off our list at number 1 is the absolute legend of budget travel, Vietnam. This country is incredible. It's a long, beautiful, S-shaped nation snaking along the coast of Southeast Asia. You've got over 3,000 kilometers of coastline, which is just insane when you think about it. That's more coastline than California. It's home to almost 100 million people, making it super vibrant and full of energy, but it's spread out over 331,000 square kilometers, so you still have tons of space to explore. Vietnam's economy is on fire right now. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the entire world, which is creating so many cool opportunities and a really dynamic atmosphere. But here's the crazy part. Even with all that growth, it's still ridiculously cheap. I'm talking about a daily living cost that can easily be under $20 a day. That's not just surviving, that's actually living and having a good time. It's no wonder it's famous all over the globe for being so affordable. Let's talk about the food, because oh my gosh, the food. You can get a massive, delicious bowl of pho, which is their famous noodle soup, for about $1. A single dollar. And it's not just cheap, it's some of the best food you will ever taste in your life. The street food scene here is on another level. You can eat like royalty for just a few bucks a day, trying everything from banh mi sandwiches to fresh spring rolls. It's a foodie's absolute paradise. And what about drinks? If you want to grab a beer, you can find a local Bia Hoi, which is a fresh light draft beer for as little as 25 cents a glass. 25 cents. You and your friends could hang out all night for just a couple of dollars. A cup of their world-famous Vietnamese coffee, which is strong and delicious, will only set you back about $1. It's the perfect way to start your day without emptying your wallet. Now let's talk about where you're going to sleep. Housing is unbelievably affordable. You can find a clean, comfortable room in a hostel for as low as $5 a night. $5. If you want a private room in a guest house or a budget hotel, you might be looking at $10 to $15. This makes long-term travel not just possible, but incredibly easy. You could stay here for months without even making a dent in your savings. Getting around is just as cheap. You can rent a scooter for about $5 a day, giving you the freedom to explore everywhere. Imagine cruising through rice paddies or along stunning coastal roads on your own schedule. If you're not comfortable on a scooter, Grab, which is like the Uber of Southeast Asia, is everywhere and costs next to nothing. A trip across town in a major city might only cost you $1 or $2. When the sun goes down, the cities come alive. The nightlife, especially in places like Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi, is amazing and super affordable. You can go to rooftop bars with incredible views of the city skyline and still only pay a few dollars for a drink. The famous beer street in Hanoi is literally just lines of people sitting on tiny plastic stools, drinking cheap beer and having the best time. It's a social, fun, and incredibly budget-friendly experience. And for all my fellow digital nomads and content creators out there, you need to stay connected. Guess what? Internet in Vietnam is not only cheap, it's fast and reliable. You can get a SIM card with a massive amount of data for about $5, and it will last you a whole month. Most cafes, restaurants, and hotels have free, high-speed Wi-Fi, so you can work, stream, and upload your videos without any problems at all. To put this all in perspective, the cost of living in Vietnam is about 70 to 80% cheaper than in the United States. That's not a typo. Everything from your rent to your food to your entertainment is a tiny fraction of the price. That's why so many people can come here and live an amazing lifestyle on a budget that would be impossible back home. You can save money while having the adventure of a lifetime. It's no surprise that Vietnam consistently ranks as one of the top countries for expats. A recent survey even named it the #1 country for affordability and overall livability for people moving abroad. People come here for a vacation and end up staying for years because the quality of life you can have for such a low cost is simply unmatched anywhere else in the world. The community of travelers and expats here is huge and super welcoming. It's so easy to meet new people, make friends, and find travel buddies. Whether you're in a bustling city, a quiet beach town, or a mountain village, you'll find a network of like-minded people who are all there for the same reason, to live their best life without spending a fortune. And here's a really unique and kind of wild fact. Vietnam is one of the cheapest places in the world to get married. We're talking about a full-on wedding with guests, food, and a beautiful location for a fraction of what it would cost in the West. People have had incredible multi-day wedding celebrations here for just a few $1,000s. It's just another example of how your money goes so much further in this amazing country. So, to wrap it up for Vietnam, you've got stunning natural beauty, unbelievably delicious and cheap food, vibrant cities, friendly people, and costs so low it feels like you're using cheat codes for life. It's the ultimate paradise for any budget traveler, and it absolutely deserves its spot as one of the cheapest and best countries to visit in 2025. You have to add this to your list. Next up on our list, flying a bit under the radar, is the beautiful, serene country of Laos. This place is a hidden gem, seriously. It's a landlocked country right in the heart of Southeast Asia, bordered by Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, and China. It's got a pretty small population for its size, only about 7.5 million people, which means the cities and towns feel incredibly spacious and relaxed. There's no overwhelming chaos here, just a calm, peaceful vibe. Now get ready for this because it's a huge claim. Many travel experts are officially calling Laos the cheapest country to travel in, period. For 2025, this is the spot. We're talking about a daily budget that can be as low as $13. $13. That is absolutely mind-blowing. That's less than what many people spend on lunch. In Laos, that can cover your bed, your food, and your activities for an entire day. Getting around Laos is part of the adventure, and it's super cheap. You can take local buses between cities for just a few dollars. The journeys can be long and bumpy, but the views of the mountains and countryside are breathtaking. For shorter distances, you can rent a bicycle for $1 a day or a scooter for about $6 to $8, giving you the freedom to explore ancient temples and stunning waterfalls at your own pace. Staying connected is also incredibly easy and affordable. You can walk into a shop and grab a SIM card with a decent data package for just a couple of dollars. This is perfect for navigating with Google Maps, looking up places to eat, and of course, posting all your incredible photos to make your friends back home jealous. The internet might not be lightning fast everywhere, but it's more than enough to stay in touch. Let's talk about the food in Laos. It's similar to Thai and Vietnamese food but has its own unique, delicious flavors. A huge, tasty meal at a local restaurant or a street food stall will usually cost you between $1 and $3. You have to try the sticky rice. It's a staple with every meal. And they have these amazing, savory crepes and coconut pancakes that they make on the street for less than $1. It's so good and so cheap. One of the most unique snacks you'll find here is Kai Paien, which is a fried riverweed snack from Luang Prabang. They harvest it from the Mekong River, press it into thin sheets with garlic and sesame seeds, and then fry it up. It's crispy, savory, and you can get a big bag of it for about $1. It's a perfect example of the unique and incredibly affordable local treats you can discover here. Accommodation is where you'll really see the savings pile up. You can find a dorm bed in a clean and friendly hostel for as little as $4 a night. $4. That often includes a simple breakfast like bananas and coffee. If you want a private room in a guest house, you're looking at maybe $8 to $12. These low prices make it so easy to extend your trip and really take your time exploring the country. One really fascinating and resourceful thing you'll see in Laos is how they use old war scrap. The country was heavily bombed during the Vietnam War, and you'll see bomb casings turned into planters, fences, and even boats. In the town of Phonsavan, near the mysterious Plain of Jars, this is especially common. It's a powerful reminder of the country's history and a testament to the incredible resilience and creativity of the Lao people. The nightlife in Laos is much more chilled out than in its neighbors like Thailand or Vietnam. It's less about wild parties and more about laid-back evenings. You can find plenty of cool beer lao bars along the Mekong River, especially in places like Vientiane and Luang Prabang. You can grab a big bottle of the excellent local beer for about $1 and just watch the sunset. It's peaceful, beautiful, and incredibly cheap. To get into the country, most nationalities will need a visa, which you can get on arrival at the major airports and land borders. The visa fee is typically around $40 and it grants you a 30-day stay. It's a straightforward process. You just need your passport, a photo, and the cash. It's a small upfront cost for access to one of the most affordable and beautiful countries on the planet. It is important to note that Laos is still a developing country, and its infrastructure can be a challenge sometimes. Roads can be rough, and bus journeys can take longer than expected. But honestly, that's all part of the adventure. It's a trade-off for getting to experience a country that feels so authentic and untouched by mass tourism. It's a real, raw travel experience. The people in Laos are known for being incredibly gentle, friendly, and welcoming. There's a common phrase, "Sabai Sabai," which means take it easy, and that really sums up the whole attitude of the country. People are always smiling, and they're happy to help you even if there's a language barrier. It makes traveling here feel so safe and pleasant. It is so important to us to connect with you guys, so please, let us know in the comments which country you're watching from. So, for Laos, you have this title of potentially being the cheapest country in the world to travel to. You have stunning, untouched nature, from the mountains in the north to the 4,000 islands in the south. You have a rich culture, friendly people, and a pace of life that forces you to slow down and just enjoy the moment. It's the perfect destination for the true adventurer who wants to get off the beaten path without spending a lot of money. Coming in at number 3 is a country that you probably all know and love, Thailand, the land of smiles. It's located right in the center of mainland Southeast Asia, with a population of over 71 million people. It's a major economic powerhouse in the region and one of the most visited countries on the entire planet. Over 40 million tourists visit every year, which is just an insane number. Now you might be thinking, Mr. Beast, if it's so popular, how can it still be cheap? And that's a great question. The amazing thing about Thailand is that despite its massive popularity, it has managed to stay incredibly affordable for budget travelers. The competition is so high that prices for things like food, accommodation, and transport have stayed super low. It's the best of both worlds: world-class tourist infrastructure and rock-bottom prices. Let's talk about one of the best things to do in Thailand: shopping, especially in Bangkok. If you go to a place like the Platinum Fashion Mall, it's a wholesale mall where the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. You can find trendy clothes, shoes, and accessories for just a few dollars per item. It's a paradise for anyone looking to update their wardrobe without spending a fortune. I'm talking t-shirts for $3, dresses for $5. It's crazy. You can find clothing and accessories for unbelievably low prices all over the country, not just in the big malls. Night markets, like the ones in Chiang Mai or Phuket, are full of stalls selling everything you can imagine. You can haggle and get amazing deals on handmade goods, souvenirs, and all sorts of cool stuff. It's so much fun to just wander through them at night, soaking up the atmosphere. Even branded sportswear can be found at a discount here. There are tons of outlet stores and markets that sell last season's styles from major brands like Nike and Adidas for a fraction of their original price. If you need new running shoes or workout gear, you can get some incredible deals if you know where to look. It's a great place to stock up. Now let's talk about accommodation. Just like in Vietnam, you can find hostel beds in Thailand for as low as $5 to $7 a night, especially in popular backpacker areas like Khao San Road in Bangkok or the Old City in Chiang Mai. These hostels are super social and a great way to meet other travelers. If you want a private room in a guest house, you can easily find one for $10 to $20 with air conditioning and a private bathroom. And the food! Oh, the food in Thailand is legendary for a reason. Street food is everywhere, and it is the best in the world. You can get a plate of pad thai, a bowl of green curry, or a stick of grilled pork for about $1 to $2. You could honestly eat 3 full, delicious meals a day for about $5 total. The flavors are just an explosion in your mouth. Sweet, sour, spicy, salty, it's got it all. Drinks are also super cheap. You can get a large bottle of local beer like Chang or Leo for about $2 at a 7-Eleven, which are on literally every corner. At a restaurant or bar, it might be a little more, but it's still very affordable. And you have to try the fresh fruit smoothies. They'll blend up any combination of mango, pineapple, passion fruit you want for about $1. It's so refreshing in the heat. With all these low costs, you can have an absolutely incredible trip on a very modest budget. You could easily do a 5-day trip, exploring temples, relaxing on beaches, eating amazing food, and enjoying the nightlife for around $150 to $200. That's for everything. It's an unbeatable value for a destination that offers so much. Thailand has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, from the famous spots like Maya Bay to thousands of smaller, quieter islands. You can take a long-tail boat out for a day of island hopping for a very reasonable price, especially if you get a group together. Snorkeling in the crystal-clear water and seeing all the colorful fish is an experience you will never forget. Here's an interesting fact that shows how costs compare in the region. It's significantly easier and cheaper to own a car in Thailand than in neighboring countries like Singapore or Malaysia. Taxes and import duties are much lower, making cars more accessible to the general population. While you probably won't be buying a car as a traveler, it's a good indicator of the overall lower cost of big-ticket items in the country. The transportation network in Thailand is fantastic and cheap. You can take overnight buses or trains between major cities for $10 to $20. In Bangkok, you can use the super-efficient BTS SkyTrain or the MRT subway to get around the city quickly and avoid the infamous traffic. And for short distances, the iconic tuk-tuks are a fun, if sometimes crazy, experience. So, for Thailand, you have a country that has perfected the art of tourism. It's easy to travel, it's safe, and it has something for everyone. Whether you want to party, relax on a beach, explore ancient ruins, or trek through the jungle. And the best part is, you can do it all without emptying your bank account. It's a classic for a reason, and it remains one of the best budget destinations for 2025. Alright, for our final country, we are heading way off the beaten path to a place that is going to blow your mind, Uzbekistan. This is a huge landlocked country right in the heart of Central Asia, with a population of about 36 million people. This isn't your typical Southeast Asian backpacking destination. This is a place filled with ancient history, incredible architecture, and a culture that's totally unique. The first thing you need to know about Uzbekistan is that the average income is quite low, around $200 a month. While this presents challenges for the local people, it means that for a traveler with US dollars, your money goes an incredibly long way. The cost of living is extremely low, making it a surprisingly affordable and fascinating place to explore. It's a true adventure. Here's a crazy fact. Uzbekistan has the 4th largest gold reserves in the entire world. It's a country rich in natural resources. But for a traveler, the most memorable experience with money is actually exchanging it. Because the largest banknote for a long time was very small, you used to have to carry around giant bricks of cash. They've introduced larger notes now, but you'll still feel rich when you exchange $100 and get a huge stack of Uzbek som. Let's talk about the cost of living. It is ridiculously cheap. You can get a massive plate of plov, the national dish of rice, rice and vegetables, for about $2 to $3. A loaf of their delicious freshly baked bread, called naan, costs about 20 cents. You can travel across the country on their modern high-speed trains for as little as $10 to $15 for a multi-hour journey. It's incredibly efficient and affordable. The main reason to visit Uzbekistan is to see the breathtaking cities of the ancient Silk Road, Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva. These places look like they are straight out of a fairy tale. The mosques, mausoleums, and madrasas are covered in the most intricate, beautiful blue tile work you have ever seen. You can spend days just wandering around, completely mesmerized, and the entrance fees to most of these sites are only a few dollars. Accommodation is very affordable. In cities like Bukhara and Khiva, you can stay in family-run guest houses, often located in beautiful historic buildings, for $15 to $25 a night. This usually includes a massive homemade breakfast that will keep you full for most of the day. It's a wonderful way to experience the legendary Uzbek hospitality firsthand. The people of Uzbekistan are some of the most welcoming and hospitable people I have ever encountered. Everyone wants to talk to you, ask you where you're from, and maybe even invite you for tea. Don't be surprised if strangers invite you into their homes for a meal. It's a core part of their culture to be generous to guests, and it makes traveling here an incredibly heartwarming experience. Getting around the cities is super easy and cheap. In Tashkent, the capital, there's a subway system that is a tourist attraction in itself. Each station is uniquely designed like an underground palace, with chandeliers, mosaics, and marble. And a ride costs about 15 cents. 15 cents to ride through an art museum. In other cities, you can use apps like Yandex Go, which is like Uber, and a ride across town will rarely cost more than $1. The markets, or bazaars, are an absolute feast for the senses. The Chorsu Bazaar in Tashkent is a massive domed market where you can find everything from mountains of spices and nuts to fresh produce and local crafts. It's a fantastic place to just wander, try some samples, and soak in the local life. The prices are, of course, incredibly low. One of the unique features is the country's recent push for tourism. For a long time, Uzbekistan was quite difficult to visit, but in the last few years, they have opened up massively. They've introduced visa-free travel for citizens of over 80 countries and simplified the e-visa process for many others. They are actively welcoming tourists, and now is the perfect time to go before it becomes a major hotspot. The history here is just on another level. This is the land of Tamerlane, one of the greatest conquerors in history. You can visit his tomb, the Gur-e-Amir Mausoleum, in Samarkand. Standing in these places, you can literally feel the weight of centuries of history. It's a much deeper and more profound travel experience than just sitting on a beach. Compared to the other countries on this list, Uzbekistan offers a completely different kind of adventure. It's less about parties and beaches, and more about culture, history, and architecture. It's a journey back in time. For the curious traveler, who wants to see something truly different and spectacular without spending a lot of money, Uzbekistan is an unbelievable choice. So, to sum up Uzbekistan, you have world-class historical sites that rival any in the world, incredibly welcoming people, delicious and hearty food, and some of the lowest prices you will find anywhere. It's safe, it's clean, and it's just starting to open up to the world. If you want a real adventure that none of your friends have been on, this is the place to go in 2025. And that is a wrap on the 4 cheapest countries to visit in 2025. We've traveled from the vibrant coast of Vietnam to the serene mountains of Laos, the bustling markets of Thailand, and the ancient Silk Road cities of Uzbekistan. It is absolutely insane how much of the world you can see for so little money. These countries prove that you don't need to be rich to have rich experiences. All you need is a passport, a sense of adventure, and the knowledge of where your money can go the furthest. I hope this video has inspired you and shown you that your dream trip is way more possible than you thought. The world is a massive, incredible place, and there are so many adventures waiting for you. Now, we have to know, after seeing all of this, which of these countries would you visit first? Are you ready for some pho in Hanoi, or do you want to see the temples of Samarkand? Let us know in the comments. Your comments literally help us decide what videos to make next. Thank you so much for watching. We pour our hearts into making these videos for you guys, and your support means the world to us. If you found this helpful, or just enjoyed the journey, please smash that like button, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel tips and crazy adventures. We have so much more insane content coming your way. See you in the next video.